Yo, it's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage. We're about to break down this banger. Lakers, Nuggets, Western Conference Finals, Game 1. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. You're now tuned in to Hoops World.
Hoops World.
James.
Right here, the king is like, hey, guess what? I'm still the king.
I hit the streets just to get a bag. I pack, he got toe tagged. I punched the nigga for shorty. I'm John Woo with the 40. You not gang, no the homie. Don't blow me, no, you don't know me. Gang shit, members only. You wasn't there, I was lonely. You wasn't there, I was lonely. Dog nice blicky on me. I was just stacking my commas up. Head down, trying to run it up. These niggas be steady.
Yeah, wow, man. On a night where we thought we was going to come in here and just Nuggets, the Lakers said, whoa. We still here.
I mean, and we talked about this before we hopped on here. I mean, this was a blowout essentially the entire game.
Yeah.
And then you get into the fourth quarter and then things just swing left for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah,
and the Lakers storm back, eventually like cutting it down to 3 within like 40 seconds of the game, coming down to a LeBron 3-pointer, which he ended up missing and then, lost the game. But I mean, it came down way close. Like if you're the Nuggets, like you're like, how did we almost let this one slip away?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about a little bit earlier. Let's talk about the first quarter. I know that most of these games, this breakdown in the beginning of the first half was about the blowout, but the first impression I've got was just, oh my God, the Nuggets offense is insane. I mean, this first quarter, the Nuggets 37-25. Nikola Jokic, man, 12 rebounds in the first quarter. It was insane. I think he had like 8 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists in like 7 minutes. It was unbelievable. The offensive production from this man, he was just cooking AD in the first quarter. LeBron gave him a late boost with 6 points, 8 total and a block. But the Denver Nuggets were just too much for the Lakers in that first quarter. And then the second quarter came, and Bruce Brown, man. See, this is the key to the Nuggets' death, man. They just have so many guys off the bench, man. Bruce Brown came in and was in attack mode. He had 14 points, I think, in that second quarter. 14 points off the bench. He was 5 for 9, 1 for 1 from 3, 4 rebounds. Talk about Bruce Brown, man, giving the Nuggets this early push in that first half, man.
Well, it really shows you like how essential bench pieces are for a team. He came off the bench and instantly was in attack mode, driving to the rim.
Yeah.
And he's the effort guy who's going to give you defense.
Yeah.
And he's just an insane energy guy, and he was getting his buckets, pushing the pace, and he's able to knock down an occasional 3-pointer too. I mean, that was key.
Yeah. And then on the other side, I think the Lakers, man, even though the Lakers were just getting punished bad, they were getting destroyed in this first half. There were some signs of life. I mean, AD wasn't doing too bad. He was hitting middies. LeBron was kind of just pacing himself, but getting post up possessions.
And Rui looked good off the bench.
Rui, I was just gonna get to that. Rui Hachimura was just consistent the whole game. He came off the bench and was just so good, hanging from 3, from all 3 levels, 3, midi, post up, rim, like everything. Rui was doing a lot of good work in his first half. So that was like the only sign of life from the Lakers was Rui in his first half. And at the end of the first half, it's 72 points, 54 Nuggets. Nuggets were up 18 in that first half, bro. Like, I'm over here thinking like, oh, they about to cruise. This is about to be a cruise night. You know what I'm saying? Cruise night.
And it still looked good in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Denver, like I said, Denver was just a more hungrier, energetic team. They dominated the paint. The rebounding was I got the stats right here. Rebounding at halftime, 36-13. The Nuggets were shooting 40% from 3, and they were shooting 50% from the field.
I mean, was any Laker trying to box out Jokic?
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Crazy. So the third quarter comes by, and the Lakers start showing a little bit of more life. They start Dennis Schroeder was applying ball pressure. The key thing for the Nuggets in that third quarter was just Nikola Jokic. Everything is run through him, and then when he's not on the court, that's when the Nuggets are in trouble. I feel like the Lakers made a slight push when Jokic went to the bench in this game, and I don't know if you saw that too, bro, because When he went to the bench, the Lakers just kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and I'm like,
And and that's been a consistent theme for the Denver Nuggets. Is like whenever Jokic is off the floor,
yeah,
all hell breaks loose.
yeah. And then so Jokic ends the third with I think that's when he had that crazy three. The Lakers closed the quarter on an 11-5 run. They stayed within striking distance. That's what I'm saying. They just stayed in striking distance. AD had 31 points, 2 steals, and 2 blocks at the end of the third quarter. LeBron had 19, 8, and 5. Again, they stayed close with that run at the end of the third quarter, but everybody who's watching this game is like, oh, the Nuggets still got this. They're still in control. Like I said, 106-92. But again, Joker goes to the bench in the fourth quarter. The Lakers just keep climbing and climbing. They cut it to 8. Now, I'm going to talk about the two things I saw that now Lakers fans, you got blown out the whole game. But the two things I would be happy about if I was a Lakers fan was Darvin Ham, man, great adjustments in his fourth quarter. First of all, he leaned more on Rui. He gave Rui a ton more minutes because he was playing well. I think they went to a zone. To me, it looked like a zone. It looked like a zone type flex. And then when Jokic was posting up, they switched. They went with like an all big lineup. I think this is what was key for them. They went with an all big lineup. It was LeBron, Rui, Austin Reeves. Who else was in the game? I forgot who else was in the game, but Schroeder. Thank you.
Shooter.
It was
Schroeder.
It was all big lineup, and they kept switching these screens. And when they switched to screens, AD didn't have to guard Jokic in the post. It was Rui guarding him, and then they were playing a zone. Aaron Gordon was a liability in that fourth quarter because the paint was packed. They packed the paint. Aaron Gordon's in the dunker spot, just making the middle clogged up, and it's just like Jokic was having trouble getting past that.
And it's interesting too because we've seen like in games like when we watched, like we talked about this in the breakdown.
Yeah.
We saw in game 1 of the Phoenix Suns series.
Yeah.
He went like 4 of 6 from 3, and he didn't shoot the ball at all. Like he was just standing there, and everything, everything was just clogged.
Yeah. And so that was working. And then the other part was working was LeBron on these Jamal Murray switches. They were mismatching Jamal Murray. LeBron was hunting Jamal Murray all night long. And I'm confused why Mike Malone didn't adjust, because I'm like, bro, when LeBron called for Jamal Murray's man to screen, you got to tell Jamal Murray to stay. Aaron Gordon should be on LeBron. Aaron Gordon shouldn't, they can't switch that screen. That's an adjustment they got to make, because that screen
and you can't like if LeBron's at the 3, like you can let him, like you'd probably rather let him shoot. I just feel like that's more of a shot that like you're just comfortable with him taking.
Yeah.
But let him get in a post up with Jamal Murray, it's asking to give up 2 points.
Yeah.
And if it's not 2 points, it's a foul. And who knows? It could be both. It could be an and one. It happens. And it happened a lot.
It was bully ball, bro. Like the Lakers are playing bully ball with a mixture of, they got back with the foul troubles. I mean, they got guys in foul trouble. They were getting to the foul line. At the end of the fourth quarter, it's literally a 3-point game, almost at a 3-point game. I mean,
they cut it down. They cut it down to 3 with like a minute and like
with a minute left,
10 remaining.
Yeah, so it's like those two formulas kind of. If you're a Lakers fan, you kind of like, oh, okay, we got something here. I expect Darvin Ham to start Rui, to give Rui a ton more minutes. Go with this big lineup of Rui, AD, Braun, Austin Reeves, and then I think Schroeder was in that lineup too.
Yeah, and it's like another game where D'Lo just doesn't play in the end of the game or doesn't have an impact during the game at all. If you're the starting point guard for a team that's in a Western Conference Finals position, and you're in a time where you need to perform, you can't drop 11 points and like not play when it matters. Like
so if going from a Nuggets perspective, you got the dub, you survived the comeback. I guess you figured the Lakers were going to go on a run, but it was just like, no, you can't fall apart like this.
This was not the game to lose, because this is game 1 in Denver. You're supposed to win this.
Yeah.
You're supposed to win it. You have home court advantage. You are I mean, I think that they were they're the favorite going into the series, and I have them winning the series. But this is a game you needed to win, and you were destroying the whole game until you really got to the fourth quarter. And that this wasn't a game you could lose. You had to win this game. And as a Nuggets fan, you're probably like you have a big sigh of relief because I mean, let LeBron hit that 3-pointer, who knows? Who knows at the end of the game? And if you lose that, then that's not good. But you're at least like, well, we were winning by a lot the whole game essentially. And you just and the only really big problem is, well, I don't know if you're actually going to be able to figure out Anthony Davis because he's going to get it's just no you're really no match, like because you still have to put someone on LeBron, you still have to put someone on AD, you know, there's all of that, but the thing you can change is getting Jamal Murray switched on to LeBron. But and that's not really a hard fix. Like, just don't. Jamal Murray should never be put up in a post-up scenario a lot of the time ever. It should really never happen. You should put a point of emphasis on that because you saw how much the Lakers were getting to the foul line.
Oh my God, LeBron was spamming that mismatch hunt on Jamal Murray all night long, bro, and it was working. It was working. Like, and that's key from one of the Nuggets adjustments, bro. Like, we'll talk about game 2 adjustments. Like, first thing for the Nuggets, like you said, they got to get rid of that switch. Jamal Murray, whoever's screening, whoever Jamal Murray's man is, and if LeBron mismatch hunting, they got to stay. You got to go over the screen. You got to fight through the screen because you don't want that switch on LeBron and Jamal Murray. You want Aaron Gordon on Braun, Michael Porter on Braun, a bigger body on Braun. You know, even I would see take Bruce Brown because he's a better point of attack defender on Braun.
Anyone besides Jamal,
anyone
besides Jamal Murray.
Because first of all, you need him to be on offense. You don't want him to get in foul trouble. And then he's probably he's the weakest defender. He's the weakest link.
There's no other defender that's as close as bad as Jamal Murray. Like like you can have anyone else, just not Jamal Murray.
And then the second thing for the Nuggets is you got to think about these off the court Jokic minutes when Jokic sits. You know, you got to figure out a game plan, a better way to run the offense, just look better without when Jokic goes to the bench, because I think that was really key for the Nuggets going. That's why they lost the lead. You know what I mean? I mean, just poor turnovers, and you need a better offense when Jokic is sitting.
And the only problem I see in that is that it's been a problem the whole year. So it's just like I don't know if they're really going to be able to fix that this series. It's just been a problem
it's tough. Something tough. It's like you just got to depend on the role guys.
Like the little things that we mentioned, like just not putting Jamal Murray on LeBron ever. That should never happen. That's a switch that you can make, and I think if that doesn't happen the whole game, the lead doesn't get cut down to 3.
Yeah, and then we're going to Lakers' point of view. If you're the Lakers, right, you gotta spam Rui. You gotta put. I mean, I'm starting Rui. I might start Rui next game. Rui's got to be evolving a lot in the lineup. He's got to be guarding Joker was big, was really, really big, because AD was getting cooked by Joker. AD was fighting back. AD had 40. Don't get me wrong, but him guarding Joker was not working. The reason the Lakers kind of came back was Rui started to guard Joker. And then it allowed AD to be a help man because he was not even paying attention to whoever was in the corner. I think it was Aaron Gordon or where. I think Aaron Gordon was in the paint. He's in the paint.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like Joker's trying to cook, and you over here just bringing AD. It's like a weird double team because Joker's just trying to body him, and then AD is just right there. When Rui and AD are right there. So if I'm the Lakers, do more of that. Spam Rui. Maybe play with that zone like you did in the fourth quarter. And I think you go from there because that was something. Hopefully you get Austin Reeves to shoot like that again.
Hopefully you can get a good game from D'Lo. I mean, wow.
This 23 points, like I said, 40 from Austin, 26 from Braun, 23 from Austin, 17 from Rui, and then Lonnie had 6 points. Lonnie Walker 6 points. Everybody else on the Lakers bench was terrible, besides Reeves and Rui. But Well, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Hoops World Zero. Appreciate you guys, man. We'll be back for game 2.